Hey guys, my name is Lena.
And my name's Yuridia, and our presentation is called Angry Bird Coded Math Adventure.
Stay till the end for a surprise.
So for our Redbird, our problem was Redbird starts his flight from point 04. His flight path reaches a maximum height of 18 yards and lands at point 360. So we got 04 from our teacher, and then the rest was given to us. So what I did first was graph it. So as you can see, I have my 04 here, my 04 here, my 18 here, and my 36 here. So to get my vertex form, I plugged it into the y equals a minus x minus h squared plus k, and I got negative 0.05 from playing around with decimals until I got the closest to 18, which was 18.05. And then for my vertex form, I got y equals negative 0.05 times x squared minus 17 squared plus 18.05. And then in order to get my standard form, I had to multiply this out, or kind of like solve it. So for my standard form, I had y equals negative 0.05 times x squared minus 34x minus 72. So then that turned into negative 0.05 x squared plus 1.7 plus 3.6. Since the 1.7 and the 3.6 came from negative 0.05 times 34 and 72.
For Yellowbird, it says Yellowbird's flight path can be modeled by the quadratic equation. So in this one, it's already giving us our standard form. And so that would be y equals negative x to the power of 2 plus 10x minus 24. And so now that we have that, we can then put it into quadratic form by rewriting it. And so we would then have x to the power of 2 minus 10x plus 24. And that would be our quadratic form, standard form, yeah. And so then from that, we would then have our a, b, and c being 1, negative 10, and 24. And so from there, we can then have our axis of symmetry. So to get our axis of symmetry, it would have to be x equals negative b over 2a. And so plugging it in from that, it would be negative 10 over 2, 1. And that would then be 5. And so from there, we can then plug in the 5 to our standard form. And so then we would then be left with 1 after negative 25 plus 50 minus 24. And the 1 would be our y-axis. And then from there, we can then vertex form being y equals negative x minus 5 to the power of 2 plus 1. And so, in conclusion, the maximum height would be 1, distance traveled would be 5, axis of symmetry would be 5, 1, and our standard form would be y equals negative x to the power of 2 plus 10x minus 24. So for our Bluebird, it says Bluebird's flight is represented by the graph below. And so for this one, we are already given a graph. And so from there, I redrew the graph given on paper. And our points are 0, 0, 40, 0, and 20, 20, being our max height. And then from there, we then get our vertex form. So I got negative 0.05 from Desmos, And so our vertex form is y equals negative 0.05 times x minus 20 to the power of 2 plus 20. So then from there it would be y equals negative 0.05 times x minus 20 times x minus 20 plus 20. And so we then get y equals negative 0.05 times x to the power of 2 minus 20x minus 20x plus 40 plus 20. And then we get y equals negative 0.05 x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 2 plus 20. And then finally we would get our standard form being y equals negative 0.05x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 22. And so from there we are left with the maximum height of 20, axis symmetry of 20, distance traveled 40, and standard form being y equals negative 0.05x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 22, and our vertex form being y equals negative 0.05x minus 20 to the power of 2 plus 20.
So for the Blackbird, what I did was rewrite the table given to us. So the first point was 510, and the second was 6 and 13.5. The third one was 7 and 16, 8 and 17.5, and then 9 and 18, and then 10 and then 17.5. And then what I did was I graphed them right here, and then I added some other extra points just to make sure like which one was in the middle. And then for our vertex form, what I did was I plugged in negative 0.5 with the times x minus 9 squared plus 18, since that's the only thing that gave me the 918 points. And so y equals negative 0.5 times x minus 9 squared plus 18 is my vertex form. And then for the standard form, I just had to solve my vertex form. So what I did was write out my vertex form, which is y equals negative 0.5 times x minus 9 times x minus 9 plus 18. And that turned into y equals negative 0.5 x squared times 18x plus 81 plus 18. And then that simplified to y equals negative 0.5x squared plus 9x minus 40.5 plus 18. And then my final answer for my standard form is y equals negative 0.5x squared plus 9x minus 22.5.
I'll be popping bottles, sparkles and champagne. VIP my section, royalty looking sexy, you know that be my thing.